guys, it is me again. It has been a while since I've posted, and I thought it was time for us to get some online recordings going again. To start off with this session today, we are going to do just a basic gentle movement. It's for anybody who's on the recovery end of being sick, like myself, and you just feel like you're ready to start getting the bones moving, getting the joints oiled up again without it being very strenuous and taking strain on the body. So please join in if you're on the recovery end. If you're still in the thick of it, rather rest. Okay. All right. So we're going to have a very basic session. It's not going to be long at all. Just to really mobilize every aspect of the body. So we're going to start laying down on our backs. We're going to have our feet and knees roughly fist distance apart. So if you don't know how to do that without looking, bring your feet together, open the toes into a baby V, and then open the heels and knees to match the toes. You should automatically be in a fist distance, roughly fist distance gap position then. You want your heels to be relatively close, that you can almost touch them. This way your feet will be underneath you and we lift the hips in the air. If the feet are too far away, you're going to feel like you're trying to push yourself and you're going to slide up your mat. So if you have that sensation, you know to bring the feet a little closer together. Okay. Pelvic position, we want to be in neutral. Neutral is when your pubic bone and your hip bones are on the same plane. So if there was a tray on top of the glass of water, it would be standing up straight. When you're tucking your pelvis, your lower back is touching the floor. Your hip bones are sitting lower than your pubic bone. When you reverse that and you're arching the lower back, your hip bones are going to be higher than your pubic bone. So we want the in-between place where they are level to each other. From there, you want to really lace and knit your ribs quite tightly. You want to feel your last rib touching the floor. With women, it is a lot more common to be a bit more arched in that lower back area, and you can actually put your hand under and feel that there's a gap. You want to be able to squish your fingers. So if you exhale quite deeply, you'll get that connection. Now, if you find that you end up like arching in the neck and it feels quite uncomfortable when the ribs are knitted, that's when you want to just grab a pillow and place it underneath your head just to lift the neck a little bit, and it'll be a lot more comfortable. Okay, so once you're in that position, arms down to the sides of the body, you want to inhale to prepare. As you exhale, draw the navel down towards the spine. You're going to tuck your pelvis where the lower back then touches the floor. This is all happening with the abdominals only. The feet are not yet putting pressure into the mat. Secondarily, we add pressure to deepen the tuck of the pelvis, and then start lifting the hips off the floor, peeling the spine off the mat one vertebra at a time. Your eyes are going to run parallel to your thighs. I want you to really tuck your pelvis so your pubic bone and the hips are in line with each other at about a 45-degree angle. We're going to inhale, exhale to lower down. Sink deeply in your chest. Start lowering the upper ribs, middle ribs, lower back, hips, and release the pelvis back to neutral. Okay, so let's go again. Inhale, exhale, draw the tummy in, scooping the pelvis, tucking, and then start peeling the spine off the floor, one vertebra at a time. You want to keep your feet grounded, especially the toes. You're going to inhale at the top, and exhale, start reversing and lowering down, trying to work through each vertebra one at a time. Parts of your spine may be really tight and they lift up as one single unit. That's okay, as long as you are trying your best. And we exhale, draw the tummy in, scoop it down, tuck the pelvis, lower back touching the floor. Activate the legs to deepen that tuck, and you start leading with your pubic bone as you rise up. Knees feel like they're softly lengthening away so the body stays active. Eyes parallel to the thighs. We inhale, exhale, lowering down. Get the sense of softly lengthening your spine towards the heels of the feet as you're lowering. That way we still keep the whole body active and there's less chance of having little sways from side to side. Let's go again. Inhale. Exhale, we scoop the navel down, we tuck the pelvis. We're using the abdominals only first. Activate the legs to deepen. Peel the spine off the floor. Keep your inner feet connected to the mat. That way we'll keep those knees beautifully aligned. Inhale. Exhale to sink and roll down. One vertebra at a time. Releasing back to neutral. Releasing back to neutral is important. You want to come all the way back in so that we're really optimizing the full movement of the muscles. And let's go again. Inhale. Exhale, scooping, tucking, and rising up. Now you want to also feel that pelvic floor activate, those Kegel muscles. If you're not sure what it feels like, inhale. Exhale to lower down. Just visualize yourself going to the bathroom and you need to stop yourself midstream. That activation are your Kegel muscles. Okay, and let's go for one more. We inhale. Exhale. Scooping, tucking, peeling, gentle lengthening, eye line parallel to the thighs. Inhale and exhale, sinking, rolling down and releasing back to neutral at the bottom. Stunning. All right, so let's get a little bit of rotation going. I want you to bring your knees and feet together, arms out to a T position. I want them in line with your shoulders or slightly below. Please not higher up because then we're bunching in that neckline and those shoulders. All right, imagine that your knees and ankles are bolted together. You want to keep your ankle bones together as you rotate. So we're going to inhale, exhale, rotate your hips to the left. Your right foot will lift off the floor. Your right hip is lifting and rotating over. You want to keep your knees in line with each other. Okay. If one knee slides backwards, they're no longer in line with each other. It means the hip has slid back. You want to lift that hip. Lengthen through that top knee. You're going to inhale there. Exhale. Draw the tummy in to help lift the legs back to center. Okay, we're going to go the other way. We inhale, exhale, we're lifting and rotating to the right. My left foot is off the floor. My ankle bones are touching. My left shoulder stays grounded and my ribs are still staying connected. There's no arching. We're still laced and connected even though the rib cage is elevated off the floor on the left side. And exhale to come to center. So we're opening up the sides of the abdominals, we're rotating that lower back, and let's exhale to the left. Lift the right hip to initiate the movement. You only rotate as far as you can, keeping your right shoulder blade comfortably grounded, not teetering. The ribs are connected. Inhale, exhale to center. If there is any strain in your neck when you're lifting the legs up, it means you've gone too far. We do not want to compensate and strain the neck in order to gain range. There's just no point. And let's exhale over to the right. Sometimes less is more. We want to be working the correct muscles and we want to be working efficiently. Inhale, exhale, draw tummy in, connect the ribs as you're lifting back up to center. Let's go one more each way. Inhale over to the left, lift the right hip. Keep ankle bones and knee bones touching each other. Feel like there's a, what do you call those things, man? That plumbers used to unclog drains. Imagine one of those stuck to the top of your knee and it's being pulled away to make length. Exhale, draw the tummy back into center. And last one, we're going to exhale over to the right. Lift your left hip. Imagine now that plunger is stuck to the top of your left knee and it's being pulled in the direction your knee is facing. So you are lengthening that top leg away from you. Inhale and we exhale to come back to center for me. Beautiful. All right, we're going to separate the feet and knees roughly fist distance again. We're now going to interlace the hands behind the head for some basic chest lifts. So if you have diastasis recti from when you're pregnant and the muscles have split in the front over here on the belly, please don't do this exercise. Rather, come onto all fours and do a bit of cat and cow. When you do a chest lift with that divide in the abdominal wall, you actually increase the split, or you can increase the split, and that's not what we want. All right, so we've interlaced the hands. Please cradle the base of your skull. I see sometimes people want to hold the top, but then they're really hanging on the head and the neck. We want to be supporting like a cradle for a baby. Thumbs are running down the sides of the neck. The elbows are lifted into the corners of your vision. So you're going to look at one spot on the ceiling. Stay looking there. Do not look left and right. You're looking straight forward, and you lift your elbows until they come into your vision. If you're looking left and right to find your elbows, they are not in your peripheral. Okay. So once you found that position, drop the shoulders away. We're soft in the neck. We're going to inhale. Keep your neutral pelvis. Exhale. You lift the head and nod the chin. Now that position stays the same as we continue to rise up by pulling the ribs down towards the hips. Your head is still resting in your hands. Your lower back is not pressing into the floor. We're still neutral. Pubic bone and hip bones are on the same line as each other. We take an inhale. Now exhale to lower down, draw the tummy in, lengthen the back of the neck, the head is resting in the hands, and you want to keep the ribs pulling down into the mat as your head touches the floor. Let's go again. Inhale, exhale, nodding chin, lifting head. Now that position stays the same and the body lifts as a single unit as we exhale to rise up. We connect those ribs even deeper. The aim is to get just off the tips of the shoulder blades if you can. Eyes are to the thighs, and that way the neck will stay relaxed. We inhale, and we exhale to then lower down, head resting in the hands, shoulders low and out of the ears, ribs are staying connected. And again, inhale, exhale. There is a constant gradient through the vertebra from the base of the ribs up. That's why we are not hanging on the neck. We're not trying to suffocate ourselves. The head is resting lightly in the hands. We inhale and exhale to lower back down. If you really take your time and keep your abdominals connected, you should be feeling some of this work already. If you're not feeling pain, you should at least feel the activation taking place in the front line of the body. Let's go again. Inhale. Exhale. Lift as a single unit, eyes to the thighs. If body shape allows, you have about a ping pong size ball gap between chin and chest. Inhale. Pelvis is still neutral. And exhale. Use that exhale to help keep those ribs connected. It's very easy to release and flare and activate the upper back. Let's go one more. We're going to hold up at the top on the next one, and we're going to do some beautiful rotations. We're going to inhale and exhale. We nod the chin to the chest, lifting the head, rising up sequentially through the spine. We inhale. Exhale, rotate to the right. Now, if your neck can handle your hands being away from behind the head, you can place your palms together, fingers under the chin, hand on the chest, and exhale to rotate to your left onto that left shoulder blade. You want to keep your neck in line with the middle of the rib cage. Inhale, center. And we exhale over to the right. Roll onto that right shoulder blade. Left hip is grounded. Inhale and come back to center. We exhale over to the left. You can even keep your eye line a little bit down to make sure that you're still in line with the middle of the chest. It's very easy to let the eye line and the neck rotate past. We want to keep the alignment. Inhale, center. We want to use the abdominals to rotate. Exhale over to the right, not the neck and the shoulders. We're bringing the obliques across the body. And inhale to center, or engaging them across the body. And exhale over to the left-hand side. Your eyes are just past your thighs. Again, with this exercise, it's not about going as far as you possibly can. We want the pelvis, inhale center, to stay stable. And exhale, rotate. And we're isolating the movement through the rib cage. And inhale back to center. And exhale to gently lower back down. Lengthen the arms and legs. This is the only time I'll really ask for you to do any arching, just to stretch out the muscles. If you felt most of that work along the rib cage line, then you were being effective in your activation and where you were engaging. Okay. All right, so I'm going to just take us through one more exercise. We're going to roll over onto our tummies. It's just a basic back extension, because we've done a lot of flexion, but we want to make sure that we work the opposing muscles as well. I like to keep it nice and gentle, so we're going to have the arms in a rugby post position. That's where your elbows are in line with your shoulders, and they are bent at 90 degrees. I do not want the hands in. I do not want the elbows in. We are not doing a yoga cobra. We are doing a Pilates cobra. So, well, it's just called back extension in Pilates. Arms are rugby post. I want your legs to be slightly separated. It just lightens the load on the lower back. You're going to have your pubic bone lightly pressing down into the floor, so you're tucking that tailbone a little bit. I want you to draw your tummy in and away from the floor. Imagine there's a block of ice and you're trying to suck yourself away from that block of ice. You keep that tummy engaged to provide support to your lower back. Nose and forehead in line with the floor. Now where your forehead is, we're going to start off by lifting the eye line and the nose to where your forehead was. From there, we start lifting the body up sequentially, one vertebra at a time for me. Push the elbows into the floor. Keep the elbows grounded. Now feel like you're trying to pull the elbows down towards the hips, but imagine that there's a wall that's stopping them from actually moving. You connect beautifully down the sides of the rib cage. You connect beautifully in that middle back area. And make sure there's no wrinkles in the back of your neck. We're not trying to look up as high as possible. From there, inhale and exhale to now lower down. Reach the elbows away from the body so that the shoulders stay away from the ears. And the last thing is the nose moving back to its start position and the forehead. So let's go again. Inhale. Exhale. We lift the nose to where the forehead was. Lengthen through the crown of the head as we now peel the body off the floor, one vertebra at a time. Push the elbows into the floor. Pull the elbows down like you're trying to pull your chest forward. Tummy engaged. Pubic bone lightly pressing into the floor. Inhale and exhale. Start lowering down one vertebra at a time. Reach the elbows away from you. And we gently nod the chin down last. And let's go again. Inhale, prepare. Exhale. We're lifting the nose to where the forehead was. Lengthen through the crown of the head as we peel the rib cage off the floor, one rib at a time. Provide support by pushing elbows into the floor. Connect the shoulders by drawing the arms away from the top of the mat without them moving. Tummy drawing in to support your lower back. And let's exhale, lower down, pull the ribs down towards the hips, elbows reaching away, nodding the chin down last. And let's just go for one more. Exhale to lift the nose, lift the eye line, lengthen through the crown of the head, peeling the ribs off the floor, pushing the elbows into the mat, draw the elbows down, tummy in. And let's exhale, reverse. Lowering down, lace the ribs, reach the elbows away, and nod that chin down last. We're going to push back into our rest position, so bring your arms into you, closer onto the mat. You can bring the legs closer together if you like. You're going to push into the arms to lift your body off the floor. Keep the knees bent, and just drop yourself back and down. You want to get your sit bones as close to the heels of your feet as possible So we're curling that spine for me. Dropping the head down. Good. Now we walk the hands in towards us to rise the body up. And that is going to be our session for today. Short, simple, sweet, few exercises, but the entire body got a bit of work. The spine got to be mobilized. We worked the front line. We worked the back line of the body, and we got some rotation both for the lower half and the top half. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that you're feeling a bit better after that. And yeah, here's to more videos. Thanks so much. Bye.